What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I did want to talk about Gravel once again because you know what? I have been playing this game a bit and I gotta admit I feel like Gravel is underrated. The reason why I do want to talk about this though is, as y'all know, I did end up doing the video of playing this game the first time in 2025 on the PlayStation 5. For anyone that doesn't know, Gravel did end up coming out in 2018, so it is obviously not going to be a new game. It's over 7.5 years old at this point, so yeah, it's going to be up there in age. But you know what though? Even though for me, I really did not even know this game existed, but I gotta admit, I really do feel like the overall gameplay aspects to it, I really do think it's underrated, man. I have been noticing more people talking about Gravel, and I was like, all right, let me go back in, let me play this game, and they were honestly right. This game really was fun, and I feel like the overall factor to this game was to jump in, drive some crazy vehicles for that matter, and basically go from there, which is something I did want to talk about, guys. So sitting in the menu here, I did want to show you some of the vehicles you can run, because honestly, I was pretty dang impressed. So we're going to be all right now. You'll see a bunch of different vehicles you can use there, as I was using this Renault looking thing in the previous race, which was going to be Cross Country A. But let me move this over. So we're going to have Speed Cross here, which these are probably going to be a mix of something like longer rally events. And there's also a Hyundai Veloster, bro. I don't think I have ever seen this car in another game. Do let me know your thoughts on that. And right there alone, I feel like the car list is honestly pretty dang amazing. We're also going to have the lovely trophy trucks here. You'll see something like the Toyota. You'll see the Ford Raptor. You'll see the Chevy Silverado, which this truck is going to be a tad different in dirt, but my goodness, I love that thing. This car here is going to be paid, which is going to be a BMW, which I admit would be very cool in other games. We're then moving over to Extreme A Racing, which funnily enough, I did finally end up unlocking the Lancia, which I think that's actually the proper way to say it. Funny thing is, forever I've been saying Lancia, which is, yeah, not the right way to say that. What in the world is this? See, this is what I'm saying. There's such weird cars in this game, man, that I did not recognize. Like a Toyota 222D. What? What even is that thing, dude? Moving over to the next one, though, we're going to have Extreme Racing B. And the reason why I wanted to show you guys the vehicle list is, for one, I do think that's also going to make this game underrated because there's a lot of dope cars in this game, which I pretty much do not see in many other racing games, some of which I barely see in any. For example, the Celica here, I love this thing, really cool car. I use that car in Dirt 1 so much. We're also going to have the Subaru Impreza 1995. This thing is also in Dirt. We have the Escort there, which I remember this car from Forza. Moving over to some of the other ones, I just got the Ford Focus. That thing looks pretty awesome. You'll see the other Subaru and so on in this category. Look how much this goes over. Moving over to the next one, we have Racing D, and yes, there's even more rally cars, man. There is a lot of them in this. Moving over after that, we're then going to have even more rally cars as well, guys. But after that, we'll then have the cross country, which a lot of these cars are awesome. Personally, by the way, one of my favorites in the game, the Toyota Land Cruiser. I was shocked to see this truck in the game. Easily one of my favorite vehicles to drive in Forza Horizon 5. Now, that's the Arctic Edition. I do not know of basically any other off-road racing game, guys. Please let me know in the comments that has a Land Cruiser, man. I love these trucks, probably one of my favorites. We're then going to have the Cayenne after that, which is also going to look awesome. And then finally, whatever that is, because I don't know, but I think it's electric. After that, though, we're then going to have the Cross Country A, which is then going to have something like the Hummer, which is going to look absolutely wild and also a bit funky. We're then going to have like the Ford Ranger, which I remember that thing from Dakar, I believe. A diesel-powered Land Rover. I don't know of another game that has this thing, bro. I do know Need for Speed Unbound has some weird-looking truck like this, but this thing's also going to be diesel. We have the Bronco and so on, guys. There is going to be a lot of different vehicles in this game, and I feel like that's something that makes it so important, but it gets crazier. This is also a reason why I did want to show this. There's going to be cars I have never even heard of. We're going to have the Can-Am there, which is going to be dope, but what in the world is this thing, bruh? KTM AX? Anybody else ever seen this? What even is this thing, bro? Like, I don't even know. We're then going to have the Polaris, then this weird-looking buggy here, which is pretty dope. But it gets even funnier, though. Something else that makes this game kind of odd, guys. We have Special Forces vehicles in here. Like, what in the world is this thing, man? We're then going to have the Hummer, which is going to be pretty wild looking. We have this, which is, yeah. We're then going to have this thing as well, which is very funky looking. And finally, something, I don't even know what this thing even is, bro, but my goodness, it looks absolutely wild, and so on, though, guys. The reason why I did want to talk about the vehicle categories, though, is I feel like in this game, And now a lot of people might be like, well, yeah, Block, there's a lot of cars in the game. Cool, man. Or like there's a good amount or cool list there. But how's the handling? As I did talk about in the other video, I feel like people would be generally surprised how good the handling in gravel actually is. Now, as I did mention in that video, though, the overall asphalt driving is honestly a bit wonky, I'm not going to lie. Takes a little bit to get used to with how the cars handle and stuff. It's not terrible, but it's going to take a little bit of getting used to. Overall, though, I do think the handling in this game really is going to be much better than V-Rally 4, which came out after this one. And it's kind of odd because, again, I never heard of gravel. I feel like this game kind of just got thrown under the rug, or at least for me it did anyway, because back then I wasn't playing this game. I do wonder how many people actually played this, if they thought about it. And the crazy part is, though, I also feel like there's going to be another side to this where people might not even have heard of this game, man, which is kind of insane. Like, I remember showing a photo of something like Blur a while ago, which stay tuned for that game as well, and people were like, yo, what game is that? I never heard of it. I'm like, what? Funny part is, I also never played that game back in the day, so that's going to be a treat as it's much different. And with that is something I thought about with gravel, man. I'm like, okay, well, I love off-road racing games. I've been playing V-Rally. I went back and played every single dirt game. The only one I have not played yet is going to be Dirt Showdown. I'm still trying to find a copy. But I've been playing Dirt 4, Dirt 5, and playing other rally games and stuff. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go try out gravel because I heard this game is a fun off-road experience. It's not going to be a sim, and it's not going to have the overall best handling ever. But I do feel like it's still going to be a fun handling model that you can enjoy with a bunch of different vehicles as well on top of it. Whether you might like rally cars, the raid types, or even like the cross country in this game, not raid, but basically the same thing. Also trophy trucks, buggies, some oddball vehicles you'd most likely never see anywhere. And with that, you're also going to have a fun time in something like Alaska, heading over to different parts of the world and stuff like that, which is also going to add on to the fun factor, pretty much allowing you to drive a bunch of oddball vehicles. And with that, the handling is actually going to be fun, decently fun AI as well. And overall, I feel like the campaign part of this game, guys, is actually better than I thought. If you are wondering, just in case, I figured I would show this as well. The campaign here, which I'm almost halfway through it. I actually could be more than halfway if I did some of these. But me being a completionist in some places, I like going through and doing most of every single race. You know what I'm saying? So it's something I'm doing. But we're going to have like Wild Run Master there, which is going to be focused on something like rally. We have the Stadium, which is going to be like rally cross focused. We're then over here moving to the lovely Speed Cross, so you have to face that boss or whatever. You're then also going to get their car, which is pretty dope. We have then the Cross Country Master, and then the final league over here. So the overall progression is pretty cool. I do admit I like going through the races, the different environments and stuff like that with different vehicles was pretty dang fun. And the whole time I was playing this game, I'm like, man, this really was underrated, man. This game is genuinely fun, and I like it more than V-Rally 4, so they came out the same year. Obviously, Dirt 4, I think, came out the year prior, so that's a bit different. But either way, though, I do feel like if people actually tried this game, I really think they would like it, as I'm actually genuinely surprised how much fun I am having playing this game. And I think a lot of people, especially if you're in off-road, you would probably like this game as well, man. Do let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below. Have you guys ever played gravel? Did you kind of think this game also got swept under the rug back then? Do you think a lot of people did not even play it? Did people even know it was out? Do let me know in the comments if you played it. What are your thoughts on it? I feel like a lot of people, if you are going to be into off-roading, I would honestly give this game a try.